Good evening. Welcome to our fourth edition of STEM at 6. If you've missed any of our other videos, please feel free to go into the events section and check them out. Leave us some pictures, leave some comments. Let us know what you've enjoyed, what you'd like to see different, what worked, what didn't. If you did anything differently, please let us know. My name is Athena Pruitt. I'm a membership specialist here at Kentucky's Wilderness Road Council in the Ashland office. And I've been here a couple of years. Today we're going to be doing some grow your own crystals. You can use them for decoration. You can keep them in your room. You can use them for holiday trees. We've done that before. And at the end, we're also going to grow some edible crystals. I'll make sure that I drop my pictures into the discussion section whenever this is over. Then you can see what I've done. And I may post a couple different times as they grow. Please feel free to do the same with yours. When you do that, if you will, please hashtag KY Girl Scouts, hashtag KY Girl Scouts at home, because we love seeing what you do and we can see it all in one place that way. Because everyone's going to look a little bit different. We're all going to be unique, so I'd love to see that. So today we're going to start with the pipe cleaners. You are going to make different shapes. That's completely up to you what you want to do. You can make a trefoil, you can make a heart, you can make spirals, swirlies, you can make the letters of your name, whatever you'd like. Just make sure it fits in your container. So if you look in the discussion section after this or beforehand, if you're making it with me, then you will see the supply list. And you can always go back and find that later if you'd like. This video is still going to be up whenever you're ready. We don't want you to make special trips just for supplies. So for the first crystals, you're going to need mason jars or glasses or just something that you can put your crystals in. You're going to need string, scissors, pipe cleaners, a pencil, a butter knife, anything to hold that up, measuring cup, tablespoons, something to stir with, a container that will hold at least 3 cups, borax, and boiling water. And you're also going to need an adult if you're a little younger and need some help. Boiling water is really hot, so please be careful. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So I'm going to start by moving my water over here. Please be very careful. If you're making this with us or if you're watching it at the same time, don't get water into your electronics. I've done that before. It's not a pretty sight. Things don't work anymore. So to start, we're going to use 3 cups of water. So I have 3 cups of water. I'm going to move this back. I've got my silicone mat just to make sure it doesn't burn my camera. Here we go. So this water was boiling just a few minutes ago. As you can see, it's still steaming. And for each cup of water, we're going to put in 3 to 4 tablespoons. I apologize. 3 to 4 tablespoons per cup of borax. After you're finished with this, any utensils that you use, anything from your kitchen, please make sure you wash it really, really well and make sure you wash your hands. So we are going to make, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it didn't say 3 to 4, it said 3 to 4 per cup, right? So I put 3 cups of water in here. I have to do that 2 more times. And the last one. You need to pour this into a bowl to make it easier. That's perfectly fine too. 2, 3, and 4. Now I think you can get by with the 3, but I want my crystals to grow big and I have enough borax, so I'm going to do 4 per cup. So that's where we are with that. Now we stir it until it's dissolved. We want it to be completely clear, because if it's not clear, then we're going to have cloudy crystals. Let's see how clear we can get it. It's going to be completely dissolved. Hair in my face, I apologize. All right. Well, it's not getting super clear. Okay. Here we go. All right, you're going to stir it until it's dissolved. All right. So we're going to take our jars. This will actually probably do a couple depending on the size of your jars. And we are going to make a shape of our pipe cleaner. Whatever pipe cleaner you decide to use, whatever color that is the color your crystals are going to be, because the crystals are actually going to be clear. That's what's going to grow on here. We are going to take a piece of string. And of course, I'm struggling finding the end. All right, usually it's right here. All right. So we're going to cut a piece about this big. It depends again on the size of the jar. Oh, we have some birds outside on our bird feeders from yesterday. So we're going to tie this to our pipe cleaner. There we go. Pour the solution into the jars. Give it one more good stir. Make sure it's nice and dissolved. All right. Careful, it's hot, 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 hot. And again in this one. And I'm going to use a pencil. You can use a butter knife or anything you would like. And I'm just going to wrap it around and then tie it. Just help to keep it in place. All right. Make sure it doesn't touch the side of the jars, because that's going to limit the growth of your crystals. We're going to let that sit for 12 to 24 hours. So overnight and into tomorrow, about this time tomorrow, check that, see what it looks like. Send us some pictures. You should see some crystals really starting to form. I think I'm just going to do a heart with this one. You want to do it? Okay, my daughter's actually going to do it. So we're going to pass this off to her. And she's going to make the second one. You'll see it tomorrow. So we're going to move on. You want to put this somewhere where it's not going to be disturbed. Make sure it's not touching the sides of your jar. Mine is actually trying to touch the sides of my jar. So I am going to change that. There we go. It wants to float in a certain direction. Okay. Let's see what happens. Here we go. All right, and we will take a look at that. And I'll post those pictures up after you see the video. So next, we are going to be working on, now make sure you go wash and dry your hands, and I'll be doing that as soon as I'm finished. Okay. So we're going to get a shallow dish, a sponge, salt. Do you need string? She's working on hers. And here's a dowel you can use, Sky. I have a senior Girl Scout here at home with me, and she's all about some craftiness. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we're doing Girl Scout Spirit Week as well, and Tuesday was Crafty Tuesday. So feel free to drop one of these in there. Participate in the rest of the week as well. We've got Manic Monday, Crafty Tuesday, Wags Wednesday. Today is Trayful Thursday, your Girl Scout swag. And then tomorrow is going to be Family Fun Friday. We'd love to see some pictures of all the things that you're doing and show us some pictures of you. So sponge, shallow dish. I get a little sidetracked. I get excited when it comes to crafty things. Scissors, food coloring, which I have here somewhere. Okay, did you see my food coloring? Oh, here it is. Food coloring, water, and vinegar. Okay, so we are going to use, and of course, a bowl to put it in. And if there's anything that you miss, feel free to rewind the video or to go back and check the supplies, whatever is most convenient for you. So we're going to do 1 cup of hot water. I'm not going to move it back over here. There we go. 1 cup of hot water, 1/4 cup of salt. Do you need to trim that? Here. I'm working from home just like you guys are, so for the most of us. So she gets to participate with me. So 1/4 cup of water, or 1/4 cup of salt, cup of water, and 2 tablespoons. No, 2 teaspoons. Teaspoons, not tablespoons. 2 teaspoons of vinegar. 1, 2. I'm going to say that one more time. 1 cup of hot water. I use the boiling water. 2 teaspoons of vinegar and 1/4 cup of salt. And we are going to stir that up. Keep stirring. The salt's still dissolving. So what I was reading about this one in particular, the salt has its own crystals, but when you add the vinegar, it actually creates a different type of crystal. They grow differently. Sky, you don't want it touching the bottom or the sides. Mm-hmm. It'll hinder the growth. Okay. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave for just a minute because I feel like it should dissolve a little more. Can you hear me that when it's finished? All right. She has hers ready to go. I'm just going to do a little cleaning up while that's in the process. So we always want a tidy workspace, especially when we get ready to make the edible crystals, which is coming up soon. Okay, so in the meantime, where'd my scissors go? Oh, she's washing her hands. All right. In the meantime, we're going to choose our colors. You can use multiple different ones. I think I'm going to do blue. Caps wrong backwards. Purple and green. You want yellow? Okay. So we'll let her do one too. I'll put it in a jar for you. Okay. She wants me to do it for her. Are you going to keep it in your room? Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm going to cut my sponge. That's almost the right size. There we go. And place it in my dish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. There we go. That's much better. Well, you can definitely smell the vinegar, even two teaspoons full. Okay, so there's that. And you just add the color directly to your sponge. And add it in a couple different spaces. It'll bleed into each other. So if you add the blue next to the red, you're going to make some purple, which is what I'm hoping to do. All right. There we go. So this is what mine looks like. I think I'm going to add there in the middle. So the middle is going to be purple. And Sky's is going to look a little different. We're probably going to do yellow and pink because those are her favorite colors. So just a light little bit of red. So we're going to take this and we are going to pour it so it soaks everything up and it almost covers the bottom of the dish. Oh, that's expanding quite a bit. So it absorbs way more than you think it will. Okay, so the bottom of the dish is almost covered. We're going to put it in a warm area or in a sunny window. So I'm actually going to put mine near my oven because there's a window up there, but there's also the heat from the oven, the heat from the stove because we cook a lot. Oh, would you care to put that up there? We'll put yours up there with it in a minute. Thank you so much. So this is the solution for hers. We're going to put that up there later. Feel free to try different salts. Maybe use some Epsom salt, use some uniodized salt, see what you can do. But also try some different surfaces. Maybe you want to use a brick or a charcoal briquette. There's different things that those crystals will grow on and they're going to look very different. So try those out and send us those pictures. The flowers, apparently she wants to grow it on the flowers. All right. So next is actually our Epsom salt. So for this one, we need Epsom salt, a small cup or bowl, very hot water, and food coloring. So we are going to make a saturated solution. We are going to use our half cup. One half cup of Epsom salts. And mine smell like lavender because that's what I have. I absolutely love the lavender for soaking. And water's still very hot. It's not boiling anymore, but it's still steaming. And 1/2 cup of Epsom salts. And I think I want to make purple because purple is my favorite color. So we're going to do 3 drops of red, 2 drops of blue. I think that'll be enough. Let's stir this up. That's a dark purple. Just stir for at least 1 minute. Now this one's going to look a little different. This one doesn't go in a warm area or in an undisturbed area. This one goes in your fridge. And we're going to check on it in just a couple of hours, actually. We're going to keep stirring. I feel like maybe my water wasn't warm enough. We may have to put it in the microwave because it's not fully, yeah, it's almost fully dissolved. I do think I added too much. So I'm going to do a little more red. There we go. All right. here, the last of them hitting the sides. Now you can do this on a pretty dish or in a nice pretty bowl for it to grow in and then remove it. It's completely up to you what you mix it in. Again, this one is 1/2 cup Epsom salt, 1/2 cup very hot water, and food coloring. And then you're going to stir it for at least 1 minute. We're making that saturated solution, and this one should start growing in a few hours. So I can't wait to post up pictures of mine. Like I said earlier, hashtag KY Girl Scouts, hashtag KY Girl Scouts at home. That way we can see all of the cool things you're making. I can't wait to see the different colors. I'm sure there'll be rainbows and purple and greens. Here we go. So mine is almost completely dissolved. I'm going to pop it in the microwave just a minute longer. Here we go. I'm actually going to do probably 30 seconds just to see. I can already see crystals forming on the ones that we started making with the pipe cleaners. That is so cool. Okay. So there we go. Now, I apologize for having to go off screen. But I figure it's better than moving you guys around the kitchen. There we go. And now it is fully dissolved. That's what we needed. So, Sky, if you will put this in the refrigerator, and no, that's not Jell-O. It looks like Jell-O mixture. All right. So our very last one is our edible. We are making rock candy. Yes, I know you're excited. Okay. So for this one, we are going to need a large bowl or container. Can you help with that? Something that'll hold 3 cups worth. I don't want to use this one because it had borax in it. You're going to need 3 cups of water, 3 cups of sugar, 1 cup of boiling water. Though that won't work. Just bear with us. We've just moved in and everything's a little chaotic. Let's see. No? That will work, yes. Okay. And if you can return this to boil real quick. Okay. So we are going to do, can you just pop it on the stove and bring it back over? Okay. Thank you, thank you. She's trying not to talk, so she's not on camera. It's really funny. Okay. So I'm actually, because we're going to eat this, I'm going to use a clean cup. We're going to do 3 cups of sugar. Now, you can divide the ratios out. You can do more or less. Just make sure you're using a 3-to-1 ratio. What's upstairs? You want more? Okay, she wants more. There's 1. 2. And I'm making a mess. And 3. Now you can do these different colors. You can add different flavorings. I'm just doing straight up sugar because I wasn't going to the store. And I don't happen to have any here yet. If so, it's in boxes. I think we actually have some orange and lemon, but I think they're all still packed. Okay. So that is 3 cups of sugar. It's a lot. So we are waiting on the boiling water. And we're cleaning our messes as we go. All right. Okay. And that's boiling? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my jars ready while that boils. couple different ones. Let's do 3. So there's 4 of us, but I don't necessarily want one. Here we go. All right. So we can either do skewers or we can do string. Completely up to you. Scott, do you have a preference? String or skewer? You want a skewer? Okay. So she's going to do a skewer. Do a skewer for this one. And we're going to do a string for the other, which means I cut some string off. Now remember, between doing the borax crystals and your edible crystals, make sure you wash your hands very, very well. Okay. So there we go. We are almost ready. How's our water doing, Sky? Almost? Okay. If you want to bring it over, we can go ahead and pop it in the microwave when I'm finished. She's super, super helpful. It's been really nice having her at home. So she's also learning to cook on gas heat, which is different. We are so used to electric. Okay. So to keep that upright, I'm going to do that. There we go, just to keep it from shifting. Will that work? No. Just experiment, see what works for you. There we go. All right, that should do. And I just made a mess. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so now our 3 cups of sugar, our 1 cup of water. Go. That wasn't an entire cup, so I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. There we go. And I don't have a stirring utensil over here with me that doesn't have borax on it, so I'm going to use this. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Oh, wow, it feels so weird. You're basically making a really concentrated simple syrup. Okay. So make sure that water gets all the way down. Okay. Get the sides. Okay. It's going to need to be much hotter than this, so we are going to pop it in the microwave. We didn't finish boiling it just for video purposes, so that's what we're going to do now. Sky, can you pop this in the microwave? Yeah, 2 minutes. That should do. And what color crystals would you like? You want yellow? And she wanted a skewer, so we're going to go ahead and put our food coloring in. Fortunately, we don't have any flavoring. It'd be great to have some lemon. Yeah. We're going to do a green for my son, if I can find. I don't have green. I have blue and yellow, though. All right, blue and yellow. And then I'm just going to do a blue one. Here we go. So when we add it in, that's going to be ready to go. So when you're finished with these, you can cover them with a coffee filter, or you can cover them with a paper towel. Anything that means they won't get disturbed, they won't get anything in them. And if you see crystals starting to grow on the top, feel free to eat those, because it's just going to compete with the crystals that are growing on your string or on your dowel rod. So you can pull those out and eat them. It's no problem at all. All right. So just bear with us while we finish the dissolving process. This is where the science comes in. Even though it's steaming behind me, it's still not hot enough to dissolve all that sugar. Remember, it's a ratio of 3 to 1. It's 3 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water. Okay. How's that coming, Sky? How's it coming? Can you open it? I see how long it's got. Can you open it and see how it's doing? Is it bubbly? We may have to do this in stages. Here we go. Okay, so it's settled. There we go. Very, very hot. Make sure you have oven mitts or a dish towel or something like that. There we go. I think we are fully dissolved. So let's see what we can grow. Oh, that's sugary. All right. And yellow. And green. I'll try to make sure these are even, because if I don't, you know what happens when you have kids. Here we go. They all have to be even. All right. Stir it up. Right now it's going to be a little swirly. Use this to stir the yellow, and this one to stir the green. Now, these take a while. These will not be finished for almost a week. So please check back in the event every couple of days, post pictures of what you've done, how your crystals are doing, and let us see pictures of that. Let us see what it's like. You can do it every day. We'd love to see it, like absolutely. Feel free to post those up and let us see your progress. Speaking of progress, check this out. Have you seen this, Scott? It's already starting to form. This is the one that she started making. I wonder how that'll be tomorrow. That's a peacock? Nice. I wonder what it's going to look like tomorrow. So you will share us out your pictures. I'll share mine. And then hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day.